to my YouTube channel. Our today's lesson is about money and the substrand is percentage loss. To begin with, from our previous lesson, we learned the meaning of loss. For you to make a loss, it means that if you are doing a transaction, you are selling less than you bought the item or the quantity. Let's get some examples. From our previous lesson, we learned on how to get loss. And we said loss is equals to cost price or buy price take away selling price. Now, how do we get percentage loss? Percentage loss is equals to loss over buying price or selling price, and then you multiply the answer by 100. And because our loss is a cost price or buying price take away selling price, so this stands for loss on how to get loss over buying price or cost price, all these times 100. Remember this loss, this is how we get the loss. So you can write the formula for getting loss there. In this question, we are told that a shopkeeper bought 3 trays containing 30 eggs each at 150 per tray. 40 eggs broke. If she sold the remaining eggs at 6 shillings and 00 cents each, what was the percentage loss? As I said earlier, we need to read mathematical problems step by step, analyzing the question. So let's read step by step. You've been told a shopkeeper bought. We can get the buying price from the equation. We have been told he bought 3 trays, and each tray containing that eggs, each at 150 per tray. So now when he's buying the eggs, he never bought per egg, he bought per tray. And the price is per tray. And how many trays were there? There were 3 trays. So now with this, we can get the buying price. 1 tray was costing 150 shillings. And in total, he bought 3 trays. Is equals to what? So we cross multiply. And our x is equals to 150 multiplied by 3, which is 450 shillings. Therefore, this is our buying price or cost price. As we proceed the question, I've been told that 40 eggs broke. If she sold the remaining eggs at 6 shillings each, what was the percentage loss? So we need to now to get to know how many eggs were there. Because when he went to sell, he never sold per tray, he sold per egg. And we have been told that a tray had 30 eggs. So we want to know how many eggs in total did he have. Therefore, 1 tray contains 30 eggs and he bought 3 trays. Will be how many eggs in total? We cross multiply and our x is equals to 90 eggs. Unfortunately, on the way, some eggs got spoiled or they broke. Many never sold all the eggs. So how many eggs remained? We have been told 40 eggs broke. So minus 40, we are remaining with 50 eggs. So this shopkeeper, when he went to sell, he only sold 50 eggs. And the selling price, we have been told that an egg, 1 egg or an egg, was costing 6 shillings. What about 50 eggs will cost how much? So we cross multiply and our x is equals to 6 times 50, which is 300. These are shillings, remember that. So our selling price is 300 and our buying price is 450. Now let's get the loss. Percentage loss is equals to loss of a buying price or cost price multiplied by 100. Now let's get the loss. And we have been told that the buying price was 450. The selling price was 300. Therefore, our loss will be 450 minus 300, which is 150. Now, to get it as a percentage shall be, this is our loss now. So, loss of a buying price multiplied by 100. So 0 goes with 0, by 5 2, by 5 9, by 3 3, by 3 50. 50 times 2 is 100, and 100 divided by 3. 10 divided by 3 is 3 because of 9. 10 take away 9, it's 1, we drop our 0 there. 10 divided by 3 is 3 because of 9, we remain with 1. 1 can't divide 3. Therefore, this is our remainder, and what is a fraction. So our answer is 33 and a third percent. In this question, we have been told that what is the percentage loss on a car which was bought for Kenyan shillings 250,000 and sold for shillings 200,000. As you can see in the question, obviously made a loss simply because this is our selling price. He sold less than the way he bought it. This is our buying price. When you're reading these questions, be able to predict and be able to analyze the question step by step. Therefore, we want our percentage loss. And we have said, how do we get percentage loss? Percentage loss is equal to loss over buying price or the cost price multiplied by 100. So let's get our loss. And loss is equal to buying price or cost price take away selling price. In this question, our buying price is 250,000 and our selling price is 200,000. Therefore, 250 take away 200 is equals to 50,000. This is our loss. Let's now get our percentage loss, which is loss of 50,000 divided by buying price of 250,000 multiplied by 100. So these two zeros, they cancel. Remember, when you're cross multiplying, you multiply numerator and denominator. And this one is our numerator because its denominator is 1. So these two zeros have cancelled these two zeros. So that goes with that and that with that. We are left with 500. But 25 is 1, but 25 is 2. Remember, there's a 0 here. 2 times this 0, which is a 10, is equals to 20. So our answer is 20%. Let's get our next example. In our red example, we are told that David bought 20 bags of potatoes at shillings 1,800 each. This was a loss of 10%. Find the buying price. For us to answer this question, we need to read step by step and see what you are looking for and whatever you are given already in the question. So you are being told he bought 20 bags of potatoes at shillings this one. So already you are given the buying price. But now we are being told he bought each bag at 1,800. So total buying price will be, if one bag was costing 1,800, what about 20 bags? We need to know the total price for the 20 bags is equals to what? So you cross multiply, we get 1, this is a bag, times x is equals to 20 times 1,800. 2 times 18 is 36. Then we add our 3 zeros there. So that's 6 plus 1, 2, 3, which is 36,000. So our buying price is totaling to 36,000. We are being asked about the selling price. This is our question to answer. And we are given something else here to guide us, a loss in terms of percentage. So we don't know exactly what was the loss, but we're given the loss in terms of percentage. This brings our attention to what we call percentage relation. And the percentage relation said that buying price or cost price is always 100%. So for you to make a profit or loss, you need to sell more than this 100 for you to make a profit. And for you to make a loss, it means that you sold less than this 100%. So in this case, we are being told that he made a loss of 10, meaning he moved backwards with 10. So he sold the item at what percentage? Therefore, now we need to identify the selling price percentage. And because he made a loss, it means that he sold less than the buying price percentage. Meaning his selling price percentage was less than 100 by 10. So it was 90%. After getting this now, we are able to come up with our answer by relating percentages. So we use the word if. So if our 100%, which is the buying price, is equal to this buying price of that 6,000, what about 90%, which is the selling price, will be equivalent to which quantity? Remember, these are percentages and these are quantities. So we have our question mark here where we are looking for this quantity. So we cross multiply. It becomes our 100x, our 100% x is equal to that 6,000 multiplied by 90. We want our x, so divide both sides by 100 to remove the x here. And our x is equal to, these two zeros, they cancel with that one. That's 6 times 9, so you can say that 6 times 9. We remember to put 1, 2, these two zeros there. So 9 times 0 is a 0, 54, carry 5, 27 plus 5, it's 2, 3. So the selling price was 32,400. And as you can see, it was less than the buying price. And that's why we made a loss of 10%. Let's do our next example. We are told that Chebet bought a sofa set for shilling 64,000. The sofa set was later sold, making a 20% loss. For how much was the sofa set sold? So we're looking for the selling price. This is our question. Our buying price is 64,000. And we told that it was sold later, making a loss of 20%. So our percentage loss is 20%. And now the key question is about the selling price. Therefore, I've said that when you meet such a question, you need to go back and use percentage relation. Bearing in mind that it's a fact that buying price is percentage is always 100%. Therefore, our 100% is equal to 64,000. Now, we need to get the selling price percentage. And in the case of a loss, it means that he sold a price less than 100%. Therefore, the selling price percentage is going to be less than 100 by 20. Therefore, it's 80%. So now we use if to relate these percentages and say if 100% is equal to 64,000, what about 80% will be equal to what? So you cross multiply. 100 times x is 100x, which is a percentage, is equal to 64,000 multiplied by 80%. So you divide both sides by 100% by 100%. And our x is going to be, remember these percentages are cancelling one another. So 0 goes with a 0, 0 is a 0. So remaining with 64, which is 6,400 multiplied by 8. So let's multiply 6400 times 8. 8 times 0 is a 0. 8 times 0 is a 0. 8 times 2 is 32. 2 carry 3. 8 times 6, it's 48. 48 plus 3, it's 8 plus 3, it's 11, 51. And therefore, our selling price was 51,200. And as you can see, the selling price was less than the buying price. And that's why our 20% loss was realized. I wish you the best and kindly subscribe, press the notification bell, leave a comment, and also practice. Remember, practice makes perfect. Thank you for watching. Bye-bye.